Then of course there is the gift of God to marriage, which is sex. And so early marriage is the time to give it the right perspective. Okay, so God has ordained sex. He knows that it's happening. He's created it to happen. He has given you your body parts to for you to enjoy, and even for your partner to derive pleasure from it. It may not be perfect as in the beginning, but it's a journey of discovery where you both discover one another and you get to enjoy and mutually derive satisfaction from one another. In fact, you can just have, evening where you just study one another's body because you have the time. It's just the two of you. So prioritize sex in your marriage as a point of connection and a point of communion, because you need it to as a foundation for your marriage. This is probably one of the areas where most marriages get wounded the most, if the marital bed is not respected and if it's not honored, or if it's defiled. There are other partners to the marriage that were not of it. And as I've said, is that it was fashioned by God, and God also delights pleasure when you getting pleasure from it, because he created our bodies and fashioned us to enjoy the marital bed. And so God is part of the marital bed. He actually says that the marital bed should not be defiled. It should remain holy. And so how I think of it is that the communion between the two partners is actually like an altar if you're spiritual. And so if it's an altar for you, then keep it holy. And if it's a fellowship the two of you will be taking, have the fellowship, sanctify every room and mark your territories. There is no boundaries of how or when to do it. It's just for the two of you to get your own culture and to get your own rhythm to it. The other thing I need to say, maybe in the early stages, that you need to know is that your partner is your character developer. So this is how I think about marriage. When you marry your partner, you are marrying the raw material, and through the process of marriages, the challenges in the life you go through, they will be processed to be finer and even better. So you marry a woman or a man, but what you're going through and how you navigate through the challenges is what brings out that husband and that wife that you've always been desiring to have. So be patient and use this early stage of marriage to learn and to grow and to help one another become the best wife or the best husband. The early marriage being just the two of you, it's also time to have fun. Have fun, as much fun as you can. There are things that children come and they change a lot, but before, when you're just the two of you managing your schedule, managing your finances, have fun. Communicate about everything. Communicate about your finances. Communicate about your job. Communicate about your expectations, and communication needs to be done really well when they are the two of you, before the children and nannies and teachers and all the other parties that come in as the family groom. In communication, something to understand in a marriage is that only 7% of communication will be done through words, 43% will be done through feelings. And that explains why you married X and not Y, because you could get each other's vibes and each other's energy. But 50%, which you need to really watch out for, is the body language. Since it's an early stage and your partner may not want to be confrontational, or they are trying also to adapt to you, they may not tell you outrightly when something is not working for them. And so key to observe is their body language, how they respond to a situation, or how they respond when you act in a certain way or use some certain words. The early marriage is also the most optimum time to reinforce the authority of God as part of your marriage. The three-chord stand that will withstand the test of life that is coming in your future. So prioritize praying together, whether it's in the morning or in the evening. Pray for each other's dreams, aspirations, weaknesses, temptations, fears, areas where they are weak, or even areas where they have fallen. Pray for all aspects of your marriage, your children, your in-laws, your finances, your investments, your work, sex, everything. Pray about everything. Let God be part of every fiber of your marriage. Also, read the word of God together. Let it be an authority. If you can, have Bible study together, even fast together, just to reinforce the position of God as part of your marriage. Agree on which church to go to. Have a culture where God is part of the marriage. A three-chord strand which will withstand everything that comes your way. Don't be fooled that you can have a marriage and a happy marriage without God. Restrain from drawing you support and you lessons from what other people are doing, especially from the social media. Focus and lay your foundation based on what the Word of God teaches you the most. Something else I also noted, though not a lot, is that the things that attracted you to your partner, be careful. You may experience that there will be the things that will first piss you off. I know. You know, the things that you love the most will be the first triggers for you in a marriage. So, for example, I would say, like you just have an overly nice guy that you're dating and you love that he was respectful, he would include your friends whenever you go out or whenever you're in a party. That same character of him being, you know, the life of the party will be the first thing to piss you off. So just that's something to watch out for, and when it happens, just look out on how to navigate it. Thank you.